in a man's bottom. Go straight to the hospital, see a doctor. Just go there and be touching his sack, be touching his testicle. Please. Like, you're so fat. Your body is so soft. The pant rule is squeezed. It's squeezed. I think it can be fixed. Say, he doesn't want me to touch it. He's such a good boy. Don't say that. Your body now for you. You don't share it with anybody. So if you're a man and you don't understand, you're dead. Who you be? She will beat the shit out of you. Like, she will press your head against the wall. This child don't spoil. Hi guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, man, I miss this space. And I know you guys miss this space too. I'm back. I've just been enjoying myself vlogging. I've been enjoying myself just, going out and, just having fun. And to be honest, why I decided to come back here to make a sit-down video is because there are quite a number of things that I feel people should be aware of. I just recently found out about some of them and I said, no, I'm not going to hoard this information. I'm definitely going to put this information out there so people can also be aware. People can do research, people can know about it, and inform other people too, because it's always best to save a life. As in, people that are unaware, immediately they find out about this information, they will be able to save themselves and save other people too. So I was just like, I want to save some persons here. So before I go forward, if you're new here, please do subscribe immediately. Subscribe now, please guys. This video is particularly for boy moms, boy dads too as well. So if you're a parent, if you're parenting a boy child, this video is for you. So guys, you all know that boys have testicles, obviously. So there's what they call undescended testicles. Okay, what does that mean? Let me explain it in my own term, because it's the way I understand it. That's why I'm going to pass out this information. And trust me, I have gotten more than enough information about this. Whatever I talk about here in my channel, or my channel rather, is basically my experience. Like 95% my experience, and maybe 5% what people close to me have experienced. And I know that this is something that people need to be aware of. Okay, so undescended testicles are conditions whereby the balls or the testicles are not in the right place. They're not in the scrotum. Okay, so the testicles are those balls in a man's bottom. If you have a boy child, if you have a boy, you touch his penis, there's the penis, and then under the penis there's the sac, there's the scrotum. So there are testicles in that scrotum, two balls in that scrotum. So if those testicles are not in that place, that sac, something is wrong. And that is where you will need to not necessarily panic, but you need to be a bit worried. Why is it not there? So what I heard is, when you have a baby, they will check, and if it's not there, maybe after 3 to 6 months, it goes back to the scrotum, it goes back to the sac. But if it's not there after a period of time, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I don't know, whatever, then you need to be worried. And I feel like you shouldn't even let it get to that stage, like when they're like 2 years and above, then you start noticing all these things, because the earlier you detect these problems, the better for the child and the better for you too as a parent. So when you notice that your boy have undescended testicles, so it could be that the testicles are in his abdomen, maybe somewhere in the body, but not in the sac, not in the scrotum, then there is a problem and you need to see a doctor. The doctor will have to examine it. If you don't detect this on time, if you as a mom, okay, because most times the dads are not always around, right? Kids spend most of their times with their mom. So moms are supposed to be, alert, be aware. So if you notice such things and it's your first time, your first baby, you need to take this child to the hospital. Don't call anybody. Don't even say, I want to call my mom, I want to call my dad, I want to call my siblings, I want to call my friends that have experience. None of them might have had this experience that you're having right now. And even if they have, it might not be the same thing. Go straight to the hospital, see a doctor. I would even advise that you see a pediatrician, so that you will know that, okay, you're talking to a specialist. So during pregnancy, the testicles are in the abdomen. So the testicles form inside the abdomen, and then they slowly move down to the scrotum, to the sac. All right. But then, if what I heard is, if your baby is born prematurely, probably your baby came out before the 37th week and all that, this might likely happen. Please, it's a rare case, okay? It's not like it does happen. And this is just a message that just be checking your kids when they are born. Check their ears, check their eyes, check their nose, their mouth. Check how they are moving, their motions, like what they do. This will help you to know if your baby is normal or there's something that you need to treat. There's something that I need to be worried about. So it's not like maybe if you give birth to a boy today, now you start going, you just go there and be touching his sack, be touching his testicle. Please, don't rough handle a boy, please. That is abuse. In fact, you are molesting that child, okay? But you just check. Once in a while, just check. I mean, you bathe your child, so you just examine them, just know that, okay, they're feeling all right. Sometimes when they haven't grown, they might come to you and say, oh, I feel some sort of way in this particular area of my body. I don't feel normal. And then you check too as well. And if it's something that you don't have an idea about, or something that you feel like this is a problem, then you need to go to the hospital immediately. So it's always good to examine your children's genitals. I don't know if there are mothers like me in the house here. You see, if I leave my children with anybody, even my spouse, and I come back, I'm checking them, like, are you okay? Is anybody? That's how I am. I don't know why I'm like that, but that's the way I am. I can't just leave my child with you and then I come back and I'll be, okay. No, I'm even teaching my child how to talk, like, don't let anybody touch this particular part of your body. Don't let anybody, be deceiving you and be like, you're so fat. Your body is so soft, and be touching where he's not supposed to touch or where she's not supposed to touch. Right now, my daughter is telling me, "Mommy, don't touch me. Mommy, don't." Even when I'm beating her and I'm trying to wash some parts of her body, and she's like, "No." I'm like, okay, then do it yourself. So I'm teaching her how to do it so that if she gets to that stage where there's a big X or some certain areas in her body where nobody can touch. So parents need to also teach their children the what they call it now, the pant rule. Yes, not like I recently, I've always known about it, but I want to tell you guys about the pant rules. Parents in the house, you should teach your children about the pant rules. It's very necessary. It's very important that you teach them, because when they grow up to a certain stage, they leave the house and they go to school and they meet other children. I think I said this in one of my previous videos. Let me not just repeat it. Let's go back to our main topic, okay? So undescended testicles. Then if you also notice that your boy's sac or scrotum is squeezed, like, you just keep noticing that it's squeezed, morning, afternoon, evening, every day is squeezed, and maybe the boy has pooped, he has gone to the toilet, because most times when their scrotum is squeezed is when maybe they want to poo or they are cold. Okay, they are cold, so maybe you're exposing them too much. Maybe the environment is so cold, and maybe they're walking on their bare foot, or they're exposed. Maybe they're just wearing only diaper and walking in the house, no coverings, and all that. Then the tendency for the scrotum to be squeezed will be very high, and that will happen. So some parents might be worried. Don't be worried, but be worried when you keep seeing it squeezed. Why is it squeezed? Maybe you've worn your child clothes, you've started covering your child, the child is wearing socks or slippers in the house, the child is covered 24/7, it's cold and it's warm, okay, and it's still squeezed, then there's a problem. Or probably he has gone to the toilet, which of course can be another reason why the scrotum or the sac is squeezed. He has gone to the toilet and is back, and after a few minutes of yours, it's still squeezed, and then the next day it's squeezed, and then weeks, months, it's still squeezed. Try to examine, as a mom or as a dad, is your child, try to examine whether the testicles is still there, because sometimes these testicles might have gone up to the abdomen and they will just be there. So they call it undescended testicles, okay? I think it can be fixed. Yes, it can be fixed, but I think it's painless too as well. Yes, I don't know, because I'm not a man, I'm not a boy, I don't have a testicle, but yes, from what they told me and from what I researched about, it can be fixed and it's painless. So The earlier parents detect this problem, the better for the child and the parents too as well. So next question is, what happens if the testes are not um, descended? When the testes doesn't come down, when it doesn't go into the scrotum or the sac, when the testes remain there, when the testes remain undescended, do you understand? What happens is low sperm count, poor sperm quality, and the worst of them all is decreased fertility, like decreased fertility. So most times you find out that you hear some people say he has low sperm count, or you hear some people say, she's not fertile, like he cannot have a child or a baby. Part of the reasons why people fall into this category is because of this undescended testicles that they did not discover on time. They just feel like, okay, probably it's normal. And this generation now, some men are suffering from it because our parents did not really settle down to check the kids that they had. Now that we, this generation, are more aware, are more woke, we need to be very serious. We need to take all these things very seriously so that our children's generation will not suffer immensely for our negligence. For girls, sometimes their vaginas are closed, like where they pee from, where girls pee from is closed. So maybe it's a very small hole for her peeing out, but like part of the vagina, part of everywhere is closed. Some parents don't even know. They don't know. Some of them don't even bathe their child. Some parents just leave these responsibilities for maybe nannies or helps. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever suits you, do you, okay? Whatever is fine by you, that's okay. But always try to have time to check some things and all that. I would throw this to the moms because the dads are always out there looking for money. I'm not saying that the dads cannot be responsible for all this, but I'm just saying that it's better that the mom checks all these things, because I mean, you carry this baby for 9 months, you bought this child, you've been taking care of this, you breastfed this child, you've been there for this child. In fact, you are literally this child's foundation. I would just say, there was a friend of mine that her baby girl's vagina was closed and she didn't know until the child was like 5 years. How did she even find out? I think there was a day, according to her, there was a day that she was just like lie down there. Okay, the child was reacting to some things and she just said, let me rub blue seal or let me do something. I can't really remember. My goodness, it's been a long time. And the child lay down and she found out that her child's vagina was closed. All this while she didn't know. 5 years. So just imagine that thing didn't happen to that child at that time. That's how that child would have been till like she was older. Maybe it's not really a big issue because they might just maybe open it since she's a woman. But you never can still tell. Like, there are some children that will not even let you touch. Naturally, they will not let you touch that area. But you can just calmly and discreetly examine it. Probably when you're rubbing lotion on his body, or when you're putting blue sea Vaseline around his bum before wearing his diaper, you can just touch it. There's some kids that if you're trying to change their diaper or even apply lotion or Vaseline, they will not let you touch it. Like they'll start crying, like it's painful. You shouldn't take it lightly. Don't say, oh, he doesn't want me to touch it, he's such a good boy. Don't say that. It is not normal. Okay, you have to say, you have to be worried, like why is he crying, like why is he cranky, why is he not letting me like rub this particular area? If you feel like you're not comfortable, which of course you should not be comfortable, take him straight to the hospital. See a ped. Don't even see a general practitioner or a physician or whoever. Just see a pediatrician and let the pediatrician like do his work. I feel like if you're not comfortable or satisfied with the doctor's results, because there are some doctors that you will meet, they don't even know what they're saying, they're not even sure. Like there are some doctors that you meet, you'll be the one to be suggesting medications for them and they'll be saying, okay, that's true. Those doctors are big X. Somebody that knows his work should convince you why you should take this drug, should explain to you. I feel like whenever you take your children to the hospital for anything whatsoever, do not be in a hurry to leave the hospital. Do not be in a hurry to say, oh, he's my doctor, he knows everything. As a matter of fact, just write all the questions you want to ask or what you want to know about. on a piece of paper, take it there and say, okay, doctor, I wanted to ask you so, what's the answer? Please, I need to know this. Be inquisitive, be worried about certain things. If I let the doctor complain that you're asking a lot of questions, I'm not sure doctor will complain, because doctors like when patients ask a lot of questions. I said doctor does not just love his job. Anyways, let me tell parents about the pants rules, okay? Teach the children that they're the only ones who have rights over their body. Nobody have rights over their body. Their body is for them alone. And this is where you teach them the pants rules, alright? So P stands for private parts. Nobody is permitted to touch it. It's private. That's the reason why it's called private parts. It's for just you, yourself alone. A stands for always remember that your body is yours and yours only. Your body now for you. You don't share it with anybody. So don't allow anybody to come and teach them. You can even form a song with it. Always sing it for them so that they can always have that back of their minds and all that. N stands for no means no. Never yield to pressure. No means no. As in no means no. No is not yes. Yes is not no. It's not like women that we say that men will ask questions like baby, do you want this? She will now say no. And instead of man, she's saying yes. So if you're a man and you don't understand, you're dead. You're finished. That's not the no I'm talking about though. This one, no, means no. Never yield to pressure, okay? And then T stands for there are no secrets from mommy and daddy, okay? No secrets. No secrets at all. And I feel like this is where parents need to come in, because if your child is secretive, then there is a problem. There is something that you're not doing right, okay? You have to build this relationship with your child. Be close to your child. Your child should be like, mommy is the first person I'm calling if anything happens. They're in problem, they need advice, they need solutions, they need anything. They call mommy, they call daddy. If mommy is not there, daddy is there. If daddy is not there, mommy is there. The parents, you should be your children's first call. Tell mommy and daddy, I will report if there is anything at all that happens. Don't hide anything. Teach them that no matter how the person even threatens that he will kill them, they should come and tell you that this is what the person said. If there is any attempt, please report it. Always remember to tell your child that if anybody tries to attempt any nonsense, they should always report. They shouldn't be scared. I feel like parents should even teach their children how to be bold, how to don't be scared of anybody. As in that my nieces are, and right from when you were younger, who you be, they fear you. That does not mean that they will have to be rude. Or don't be rude. You don't teach your children how to be rude to people. Don't accept rudeness for boldness or braveness. No, there's some children that are very rude and very, I don't even know what the words, and the parents will be like, she's so bold, and that is not lie. It's not bold. And your child is rude. You can't teach your child how to have manners. Your child should know when and how to speak. Okay, it is how your child talks, the way the words that come out from your child's mouth that will tell people that this child is very learned, this child is very, oh my goodness, they want to listen to that child. Okay, so rudeness is not a boldness. Last but not the least is S. Teach your child to say something so that the parents can do something. So this also connects to T, because tell it how it is. Like if anybody threatens you, say it. If anybody tells you that if you tell mommy I'm going to kill you and this is, so there's no secrets. So S is like if something happens to you, say it. So as parents or as caregivers, we must reorientate ourselves. I got this pants rule for children from Barrister Ufoma Omimi. She's an advocate for victims of molestation, victims of child abuse, and she does pro bono cases, and she's really a good barrister. I asked her to send it to me so that I can say it on here, because a lot of persons don't know about this pants rule. They don't teach their children about it. Some parents are even scared. They're even afraid to tell their child about some certain things. I know that while growing up, while I was growing up, there are some things that we cannot say. We know, but you cannot say, because your mother will she will beat the shit out of you. Like, she will press your head against the wall. In fact, once she say those things, she will say, hey, this child is bad. This child have gone, this child don't spoil, that kind of thing. So there were some other parents too that were teaching their child about it, so that when they go out there, because your child cannot live with you forever, your child will go out there, and if your child is a novice, if your child is a JJC, if your child is a Jew, they will use your child. So growing up then, parents just feel like don't say some certain things. Some parents were bold enough to teach their children that, okay, this word means so and so, because nowadays kids will come from their school and say, mommy, there's a child in my class that said a word, and you're like, oh my goodness, why would the child say that? Where did the child hear that from? Because in your head at that age, children are not supposed to know that, right? I know that you watching this as a new mom or as an old-time mom, whatever mom, as a mom or as an aspiring mom, somebody that will want to be a mom in the future, or even somebody that you might not even want to have babies, but you have siblings, you have family members, you have relatives, you have friends that are moms. You can share this information with them because it's very important. Teach them before they hear it from outside. That's just the bottom line. Before they hear it, teach them. Tell them what is bad, tell them what is wrong, using the scriptures. When they know that this is God, Jehovah God does not like this thing, Jehovah God hates this one, Jehovah God will swallow you like the big fish, like Jonah, use the big fish to swallow you like Jonah. Put some stories, make it all juicy and all that. Little by little, as they grow older, you start making the story more real, using the Bible to educate them and all that. So always make sure that you orientate your kids, yourself, about these things, because this environment we're living in is very, very bad, okay? And don't forget to check your children's genitals, because that's the bottom line of this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned one or two from this video. Please, if you did, don't forget to like this video. Drop a comment if you feel like there's something that you also want people to know about this particular topic, or if you feel like you learned one or two, please drop a comment and I'll definitely reply. I will definitely reply. All right, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, okay? And I'm back to this beautiful space. Okay, guys, take care of yourself, okay? Have a great and lovely Friday, and I'll see you all in my next video. Ciao.